And this video exactly shows this.
It is non-negotiable. That belief has guided my actions as president.
This. And even this.
He's possessed. That's crazy.
Each sighting lasts seconds, but once you see them, you can't stop wondering who was never meant to be there. The video of a church from India went viral, not for the prayers, but for a strange presence. A man was recording the audience when he noticed someone who looked completely out of place. Sitting quietly was a figure that matched the king of pop perfectly. The face and black wavy hair were just like Michael Jackson's. He didn't move. He simply sat, and the video cut off. It could be a traveler who looked like him, but that single glimpse was enough to make netizens go crazy. Some are convinced Michael Jackson planned a secret exit from fame and could be lying low in places like this church, while skeptics believe it's only a look-alike. Different theories, different perspectives, yet the sight left viewers stunned. Reptile guest. A high-profile political dinner is usually hidden from the public, but one leaked frame changed everything. During a meeting with top world leaders, the camera scanned the table and froze on a figure that didn't belong. Sitting perfectly still in a black suit, the face looked reptilian, rough skin, narrow eyes, and features no human should have. Just like a reptile. That single video spread across the internet instantly, but it took off right away. For decades, there have been rumors that reptilian beings quietly pull the strings behind global decisions. These beings have been influencing our world leaders for a long time, and this leak is the first real proof of their presence. Frozen smile. A presidential press conference is usually focused on the podium, but this time, the background caught everyone's attention. During a formal briefing with Donald Trump, the camera captured Susan Dell acting in a way that left viewers uneasy. Her eyes appeared weird, and her smile stayed locked in a stiff, unnatural position. It looked like she was struggling to hold her true nature together under the bright lights. Some say it was just a strange camera angle, but many believe she was controlled by an unseen force, or a reptilian entity barely holding its human form. The next time you see her, watch closely. Her mask could be seconds from breaking. Artificial skin.
North Carolina, and he was a very conservative guy.
What if your own president isn't fully human? A clip shared online sparked panic after viewers noticed something strange while Joe Biden was speaking. As he reached up to itch his neck, the skin appeared to lag behind his movement, staying displaced for a few seconds instead of snapping back naturally. It looked like another brief slip, evidence of a non-human form struggling to hold together under close cameras.
Who was very, very
Oh my gosh, that's a mask.
African American when he died.
How?
He always had fights.
Blank observer. During a global gathering of world leaders, cameras captured a presence that didn't belong. In the background of one official shot, a strange figure appeared among the delegates. Benjamin Netanyahu was clearly seated nearby, facing forward as the meeting continued. Just behind him, a human-shaped form appeared with a completely blank face. No eyes, no mouth, no features at all. The image remained on screen for a brief moment before the camera cut away. What made it unsettling was the security. Access was tightly controlled, and every attendee was verified. Then, how it ended there, and no one responded to it. Some believe it was not human, but a silent observer from another dimension, influencing decisions without ever needing to speak. Area presence.
No puede ser.
You've probably felt it every time a classic flying disc appears, and authorities rush to explain it away. But this time felt different. A man recorded footage showing what looked like a non-human presence standing alongside military personnel. There was no panic, No weapons raised, no attempt to hide it. The interaction looked calm, almost routine. What made the clip unsettling was the location, near Area 51. For years, people said contact was being hidden. The video just revealed the reality. It suggests those claims weren't guesses at all. They were being kept quiet.
¿Es real?
Strange behavior. During a recent meetup of former presidents with John Lewis, the cameras captured a close-up that shocked everyone. The former president's face displayed a series of deep, unnatural wrinkles that seemed to move independently of his expressions. These weren't the usual signs of age. They looked like ripples in a layer that didn't fully attach to the frame underneath. Some say it suggested the man we see might no longer be human, but a reptilian entity struggling to hold its borrowed skin in place. Later, at a crowded public event, Joe Biden froze mid-movement while everyone cheered around him. His chest didn't rise, his eyes didn't blink, and his expression stayed locked for nearly a full minute. It looked like a mechanical program had paused, revealing that the figures we watch may sometimes be empty shells, puppets designed to appear human. Reptile Eye. Back in June 2012, Queen Elizabeth II attended the Cartier Queen's Cup polo match at Guards Polo Club in Windsor. Photos from the event quickly drew attention to her left eye. Buckingham Palace offered no explanation, and that silence fueled speculation. Old conspiracy theories resurfaced, claiming the Queen, along with other royal figures, belonged to a hidden reptilian race capable of shape-shifting and quietly influencing global events. To believers, the eye wasn't a medical issue, but a momentary failure to maintain a human form. Officials dismissed the claims, but the unanswered detail kept the discussion alive. Sometimes, it's not what's explained that unsettles people, it's what's quietly ignored. Demonic driver. A man was stopped at a red light, waiting for it to turn green, when something in the next car caught his attention. The driver beside him had a face that looked deeply unsettling. The eyes seemed dark and uneven, and the shape of the face didn't look normal at all. Shocked, the man quickly grabbed his phone and recorded the moment, convinced he had captured something demonic on camera. The clip spread fast, with viewers split in opinion. Some said it could be a rare genetic condition or lighting from the street lamps. Others believe it showed something far darker hiding in plain sight. Whatever it was, that brief stop changed how people look at strangers on the road. Olympic shadow. This clip came from the London Olympic Games in 2012, where a massive crowd had gathered to enjoy the event. Everything looked normal until the camera picked up something strange. A dark, human-shaped figure suddenly appeared behind one man. It wasn't there moments earlier. There was no walking in, no crowd movement. It just showed up. The figure moved slowly and kept turning its head, almost like it was scanning the people around it. Strangely, no one nearby reacted or seemed to notice. The way it stood, calm and focused, made it look like it wasn't there to watch the games at all. It looked like it had arrived with a purpose, quiet, hidden, and on a mission. Possessed worker. In Durham, North Carolina, a customer inside a cafeteria recorded a bizarre sight. One of the workers was standing still. His eyes were rolled upward, and his mouth was frozen mid-chew, food still inside. He didn't blink. He didn't move. Everyone who noticed it went silent. Later, cafeteria staff brushed it off as a medical condition and tried to calm everyone down. Still, many who witnessed it said it did not look normal at all. To them, it felt more like a case of possession than a health issue. Cursed voyage.
Dude, the photo showing us. I see demons. I see all kinds of shadow people.
A librarian had just started his new job when he came across a strange image hidden in old records. It was a photo of several well-dressed people standing on a boat. At first, it looked normal. Then he noticed the faces. Some appeared twisted, almost demonic, with dark eyes and unnatural expressions. The people in the image were known figures from the elite class of that era. Rumors later claimed they had made dark deals in exchange for power with Satan. This was the last photo ever taken of them. After that trip, none were seen again. Well, it seemed like the boat didn't sail to another land, but to somewhere far darker.
As they promote on the TVs, but see, like, we don't want to stand on.
Watcher guard. This time, the football match didn't make headlines for the score, but for a strange guard caught on camera. While a player was giving an interview, viewers noticed the guard standing behind him. His eyes looked unnatural, bright blue with a thin, vertical line, just like a reptile's pupil. The clip spread fast, and people zoomed in frame by frame. Some said it was just a contact lens, but others weren't convinced. The stare felt too focused, too aware. To them, it looked like a moment when a hidden watcher slipped up. Maybe they don't lead the game at all. Maybe they stand quietly in the background, watching every move we make. Shifting officer.
4 years ago, I stood before you and said that Israel's security is sacrosanct.
During Barack Obama's speech in 2012 at the AIPAC Policy Conference inside the Washington Convention Center, cameras caught a detail that viewers still debate. A security officer stood near the stage, looking normal at first. But as one camera zoomed in, his face appeared to shift. The ears, nose, jaw, and cheekbones looked uneven, almost changing shape under the lights. His posture turned stiff, and his movements didn't match the calm setting. Most of the crowd never noticed, but that single angle told a different story. The clip didn't last long, yet it left behind a chilling idea. Something non-human may have slipped into power, hidden right in front of everyone.
It is non-negotiable. That belief has guided my actions as president.
Final blessing. At a football match in Indonesia, the cameras caught something no one expected. Sitting quietly among the cheering crowd was a woman with a strange, almost unsettling look. She didn't clap, smile, or react like the others. People near her later said her presence felt wrong, as if she didn't belong to that place or time. When the footage spread online, viewers focused on her pale face and still posture. Then a deeper story surfaced. Reports claimed the woman was not a stranger at all, but the spirit of a player's mother who had passed away just before the main tournament. Frozen boy.
This is the guy that's possessed. I'm sitting out here in my car.
A woman stopped her car in the middle of the road when something strange caught her eye. A boy was standing outside a shop, completely still. His body was stiff, his eyes stared upward, and his mouth trembled slightly, like he was struggling to speak. People nearby didn't react, but the woman sensed something was off and recorded the moment. The boy looked completely unaware of his surroundings, like he wasn't in control of his own body, as if an invisible force had taken over, holding him in place for reasons no one could explain.
This is possessed. He's possessed. That's crazy.
Black eyes. During a media interaction with Donald Trump, the cameras were flashing rapidly as he spoke to the crowd. Sitting with him was her wife, but something was off. As the camera flashes hit her face, her eyes turned pitch black. It wasn't a slow change. It was a sudden one that made her look more like a reptile than a person. As soon as the camera lights stopped flashing, her face snapped back to normal, but the footage had already captured the moment. Just like Susan we covered above, her name to the list of reptilian conspiracy theorists is added too. For those who follow the reptilian elite theory, this moment felt like another crack in the illusion. papal glitch. A religious ceremony is usually linked with peace, but one leaked video pointed to something else entirely. As the Pope moved through the crowd, the camera briefly caught his side profile, and his face looked wrong. The shape appeared animal-like, with features that didn't match a normal human form. What made it more unsettling was the reaction around him. The people standing nearby showed no shock, almost as if they were guarding something beyond a religious leader. Again, a reptile being? If reptilian beings can appear during sacred rituals, it suggests they may have built their own systems inside religion itself. Man in Black. A man reported a chilling incident at a police station, sharing a video he had captured. In it, a young boy on the road looked confused, constantly looking back as if being followed. Suddenly, he ran away in panic. The camera revealed what had caused his fear: a figure dressed in black. At first glance, it seemed human, but the face was disturbingly wrong. The figure matched descriptions of the legendary Men in Black, the mysterious entity said to appear before unexplained events. As the boy disappeared out of frame, the black-suited figure took a few steps and vanished completely, leaving the encounter unresolved and terrifying. Dark transformation. Something terrifying unfolded during a satanic stage show, and no one there was prepared for it. While a man was performing, dressed to represent Satan, the mood suddenly shifted. His body changed completely. His skin turned darker, and his posture turned heavy and unnatural. The performance stopped feeling like an act. It felt like the performer disappeared, and something else stepped in to take his place. Non-human guards. A shocking video making rounds online left viewers deeply unsettled. It showed an elite-class woman walking calmly, surrounded by guards who didn't look human at all. Their height was unusual, their heads oddly shaped, and even their faces were unusual. Everything about them felt off. Just days later, another clip surfaced showing a man escorted by the same guards. No official explanation followed. People began to speculate that a hidden group exists, one that stays in contact with extraterrestrial beings for protection and power. If true, these figures aren't hiding in the shadows anymore. They're walking openly beside the elite, guarding secrets the rest of the world was never meant to see. Elite eyes. Videos from around the world are going viral, showing women from elite circles whose eyes don't look human. In these clips, their pupils suddenly shift into vertical, reptile-like slits before snapping back to normal. Some call it a camera glitch, but it can happen in 1 or 2 clips. But how in all of them? The pattern is clear. Reptile beings haven't just arrived. They are already inside the highest levels of society. Many researchers say these individuals act as hidden operators for secret agencies. One thing is sure, we are no longer looking at a theory. We are looking at a takeover that is happening right in front of our eyes. Face glitch. At a public appearance, Katy Perry shocked fans when her eye suddenly glitched on stage. Even more strange, her mouth appeared to struggle to close, as if her face stopped responding. The moment was recorded and spread quickly across social media. Later, she brushed it off as a party trick and casually called it a glitch in face. But many viewers weren't convinced. The movement looked mechanical, not playful. Some believe she is not who we think she is, suggesting a robotic colon or something else entirely, which we were not supposed to witness. Neck shift. Rihanna has long been linked to secret society theories, but a recent public appearance just made a dress the highlight. A strange detail appeared just below her neck. Near the collarbone, the skin moved out of sync with her head and shoulders. The texture briefly shifted, looking unnatural and uneven. Fans said a costume issue, while dimensional researchers describe this area as a weak point, where a non-human form struggles to fully maintain a human shape. Whether reptilian or dress, The idea suggests the outer form failed for a moment. Faces are perfected, but smaller details are often ignored. That may be where the truth shows itself and the world sees it. Sudden disappearance. During a live TV interview, everything looked completely normal. The interviewer was speaking, the camera was steady, and several people were clearly visible in the background. In the very next moment, a young girl, along with the other people behind her, was simply gone. No movement, no cut, no disturbance in the frame. They were there, and then they weren't. This wasn't a camera glitch. The sudden appearance proved they could have been a time traveler or someone who teleported from hidden portals. Maybe some people don't need doors or windows to appear. They simply arrive when they choose. Time traveler. History tells us the first handheld mobile phone wasn't created until 1973, but old footage from the early 1800s has officially challenged the timeline. In the grainy film, a woman walks through a crowded street, holding a phone that is too wireless to her ear and speaking as if it were completely normal. How is this possible? The phone shouldn't even exist yet? The short clip has left experts baffled and viewers speculating. Could she really be a time traveler? And if so, why did she come back to this exact moment in history? Well, the mystery is there, and the reason is still unknown. Shadow General.
Jangan terpengaruh, kalian aman.
A chilling moment shocked Indonesia during the Independence Day ceremony in Bau Bau on August 17th, 2018. And the video is making rounds online again. What began as an orderly celebration suddenly erupted into chaos. Participants screamed, trembled, and ran as if something invisible was there in the crowd.
Jangan terpengaruh.
Soon the panic was out after reviewing the footage. Among the white uniformed guards, a dark, shadowy figure appeared. Was it a ghost? Well, to locals, it was the spirit of a deceased general, appearing in the ceremony to fulfill his duty. To this day, the footage remains one of the most haunting and debated videos of Indonesia ever recorded. Boxing ghost. Even skeptics struggled to explain this footage. A picture uploaded by an anonymous user showed a mysterious young girl standing alone inside a boxing ring during a late-night event. The person who shared the photo said they never saw anyone like her that night. What made it more unsettling was the location itself. Some viewers noticed marks on the girl's arm, and her face was pale too. Could this be the spirit of a child who might have passed away and appeared in the ring decades later? Well, maybe she will return to fight and claim her house back. Pope's Hand Mystery.
These are AI. 100% that's AI, and that's AI.
A video of Pope Francis aired on mainstream news, but careful viewers noticed something strange. The footage showed him seated in his robes inside an official room, yet he appeared heavier than usual, with odd marks around his eyes. Most unsettling, his hands seemed unnatural, almost forming a third hand. These small but glaring details suggest the clip wasn't filmed while he was alive, hinting at clever editing or manipulation. Why release it? Perhaps to make it appear he was present on a symbolic date, like Easter Sunday, or to hide the truth about his passing. Look closely. What you see on screen isn't always real, and sometimes history is quietly rewritten. Prosthetic hand. A clip from a Saudi princess's appearance at an official meeting is making rounds again, and all eyes went to his hand. It looked stiff, almost fake, as if it didn't belong. Viewers quickly speculated that his real hand might have been hidden beneath his suit, replaced with a prosthetic to send signals during the meeting, perhaps controlling security or signaling government decisions. That single brief movement was enough for speculation online, leaving many to wonder if some people in power operate with hidden tools we'll never fully understand. Even the smallest gesture can hold the biggest secrets. Lake Child. A Reddit video went viral after a group of women went to a lake for a birthday trip. They posed by a campfire and took a photo with an iPhone. At first, everything looked normal, until people noticed something strange on the right side. Behind a blonde woman, a pale child's face appeared. No one in the group knew him, and no children were on the trip. The child's face didn't catch the firelight like everyone else, making him look cold and out of place. Even the iPhone's face detection didn't recognize him. Some say it's a glitch, but maybe it was a child ghost returning to the lake he once loved, quietly appearing in the photo. Teleport stranger. A video filmed inside the park showed a well-dressed mother and daughter posing calmly. Nothing unusual at first. Then something strange happened. A man suddenly appeared right beside them, lifted his phone, filmed them for a few seconds, and casually walked away. The unsettling part was this. Moments earlier, he wasn't there at all. No walking in, no crowd movement. It looked as if he stepped in from nowhere, like an invisible doorway opened and closed in seconds. It was a case of teleportation, and people from another dimension do visit us, and the scary part is that they look just like us. Figure in black. Something spooky happened during King Charles and Queen Camilla's coronation at Westminster Abbey. As the cameras showed guests arriving, viewers noticed a dark figure walking quietly across the aisle. Dressed in a black hood and holding a long staff, it looked exactly like the Grim Reaper moving among the crowd. People watching at home got goosebumps. The ceremony continued as if nothing unusual had happened. The figure disappeared without a sound, leaving everyone unsettled. It made many wonder, was the Grim Reaper truly present at this royal event? And if so, why did it choose that moment to appear? Mid-step vanish. A boy was making a TikTok video in Pakistan, but he never thought his video would go viral. But the twist is, it is not because of him, but what happened behind him. He stood in front of the camera, dancing, while a group of girls walked behind him. Then came the moment that changed everything. One of the girls suddenly vanished mid-step. She was there, and in the next second, she wasn't, as if she had never existed at all. That short snap captured a time traveler who just made way back to his place. Celebrity slip. With more and more slips showing up online, people say reality itself is starting to crack. This time, the focus was on Ariana Grande. In a short clip shared by fans, her head looked unusually large, wider than normal. The angle stayed steady, making it hard to blame movement or blur. It looked like an alien-shaped form failing to hide properly. If public figures can slip this easily, it suggests that some of our favorite celebrities may not be human at all, just visitors trying to fit in. Unblinking stare. Princess Beatrice recently grabbed attention for a very strange reason during a public appearance. While posing for photos, people noticed her eyes were wide open the entire time. Even when camera flashes went off, her expression barely changed. What stood out most was that she hardly blinked at all. The stiff look made many viewers uneasy, and clips quickly spread online. Soon, wild talk followed. Some fans claimed her movements looked robotic, saying it felt like she was trying too hard to act human. Others went even further, suggesting she could be part of the so-called lizard people group. Since then, the footage keeps fueling theories that refuse to fade. Mysterious behavior. Lady Gaga has always shocked people with bold fashion, but this time, it wasn't her outfit that scared viewers. After a public event, she was moving towards her car, barefoot and almost frozen, making slow movements. It felt like she was under some kind of spell. Clips spread fast, and soon heavy theories followed. Some linked her behavior to MK Ultra and Project Monarch, secret programs people believe are used to control famous figures. Others went even further, saying this was tied to the Illuminati, claiming this is what happens after fame takes its toll. Gaga never explained the moment, but the silence made the scene feel even more disturbing. Marked presence. A video from a past party recently went viral, and one woman instantly caught everyone's attention. Her look felt off, almost unreal. But what truly disturbed viewers was the symbol on her shirt. People noticed it closely resembled the Slender Man operator sign, a symbol linked to dark online stories. As the clip spread, many said her face, movements, and presence didn't even feel human. It looked more than just a strange party moment. Glowing entity. Staff members at a church were recording a regular gathering. Nothing unusual at the time. Later, when the footage was replayed, everyone froze. Among the crowd, a bright, glowing figure could be seen standing quietly between people. The strange part was that no one at the gathering remembered seeing it at all. It looked like an angel, present but unnoticed, as if it had come to observe, then disappeared without leaving a trace. Odd bodyguard.
Watch his eyes. Definitely not normal.
Something didn't feel right during the US president's arraignment, and sharp-eyed viewers noticed it instantly. Among the usual bodyguards, one figure stood out. He didn't move like the others. His posture was stiff. His gaze kept scanning the area in an unnatural way, and his face looked oddly off, almost not fully human.
Can anybody tell me who he is? Secret Service?
The behavior felt less like trained security and more like constant surveillance. As the clip spread, people began to speculate that the government may already be working with non-human beings. Maybe they've learned how to blend in, stand beside power, and watch quietly. If that's true, they don't need to hide far away. They could already be standing right next to us, unnoticed.
It's his eyes. Something is going on there.
Hidden reptilian.
See that? Did you see that shit with his eye?
Something unsettling slipped through the cameras during a Congress meeting. While other members were calm, a short clip shared by a viewer showed one official struggling to stay composed. As he looked down and then up again, his eyes began to shift in an unnatural way. They flickered, moved oddly, and didn't seem under his control, as if he was trying hard to hide it. The rest of his face stayed still, but the eyes told a different story. The moment was brief, yet impossible to ignore. Maybe a shapeshifter or a reptilian is failing to keep its disguise. Power, they say, is where the mask slips first. Masked identity.
Thomas, I am sat here instead of George Groves after that.
Another familiar face, another strange slip caught on camera. During a press conference, Callus Sauerland appeared calm at first, answering questions like usual, but viewers noticed something off. His posture looked tense, and his eyes kept shifting as if he was struggling to stay focused. At moments, it seemed like he was holding something back, carefully controlling his movements. Nothing unusual was said, yet the unease was clear on his face. The clip quickly spread, with people suggesting it looked like a person trying to hide a real identity beneath a practiced human front.